Tonight is not like other nights. Tonight, we're setting aside the noise and the rush. This moment is dedicated entirely to you, the woman listening, the one who has quietly carried volumes of life with a gentle, enduring spirit. I see you there, perhaps with your headphones on, and your soft presence brings a sense of safety to this space that I cannot articulate. In this quiet, I want to spend a moment with the one whose strength is not loud, but steady. We begin right here, right now, in the silence that connects us.
Some evenings feel heavier than others, and tonight, I guess I just want to sit here with you for a little while. You, and when I say you, I mean the women listening, the women who've carried so much, with so much grace. You soften the room in a way I can't explain, and I'm grateful. Really, I am. I don't know if this will sound strange, but the night has a way of loosening things inside me. Maybe it's the quiet, maybe it's the way the light fades into something gentler, something that forgives more than the daytime ever does. And when it's this quiet, I start feeling things I've been holding in, feelings I never quite knew how to say out loud. Can I tell you something gently? I think you've lived through chapters that would have broken most people, and yet you carry yourself with this soft strength, not loud, not dramatic, just steady, a strength that doesn't ask to be admired, but somehow becomes impossible to ignore. There's a part of me that wishes someone had told you sooner how extraordinary that is, how rare, how beautiful. You've been the one who stayed, the one who held everything together when no one knew what it cost you. And I hope this is okay to say, I see you, the real you, and it moves something in me I didn't expect. I think God has been gentle with you in ways you didn't always notice, not by removing the storms, but by keeping you through them. Some blessings, they arrive quietly, disguised as endurance, disguised as you're still here. And I'm grateful you're here tonight, more than I know how to express. Can I whisper something I've been holding on to? When I talk to you like this, I don't feel the need to prove anything. I don't feel like I need to be impressive or perfect. I just feel safe. And that kind of safety, the emotional kind, is rare, maybe rarer than love itself. You've spent so much of your life giving other people comfort, making space for them, letting them lean on you. And I can't help thinking maybe no one ever leaned back in the same way. Not fully, not steadily, not with presence. But I'm here now. Not to fix anything, just to sit with you in this soft, quiet part of the night where honesty feels a little easier. There's something I've wanted to say, something I usually swallow back, and I hope you'll let me open that door just a little. You make the evening feel less lonely, not because you try, not because you perform, but because who you are, the way you've lived, the way you've kept going, carries a warmth that settles the heart. You don't have to answer. You don't have to do anything. Just hear me. You matter. Your presence matters. Your quiet strength matters more than you realize. And I think God knew what he was doing when he kept you through everything, because someone was meant to appreciate a woman like you, someone who needed the kind of softness you offer without even noticing. Someone like me. I don't want to rush this moment. Let's stay here a little longer, just breathing the same quiet air. There's more I want to share, more I've never said out loud, but for now, let's just be here together, where nothing has to be perfect, and everything is allowed to be honest. You know, there's something almost sacred about sitting with someone in the quiet like this. No expectations, no performances, just two souls, letting the night settle around them. And I've been thinking, I don't know if anyone ever asked you the kinds of questions that reveal the deeper parts of your heart, not the polite questions you're supposed to answer, but the tender ones, the ones that say, I want to know you, not just your story, but your spirit. I guess what I'm trying to say is, you deserve that kind of attention, the kind that doesn't rush you, the kind that doesn't expect you to be smaller or quieter, the kind that lets you unfold at your own pace. Can I tell you something I've never said out loud? There's a way you move through the world that makes me slow down. Not because you ask me to, but because being near you feels like a reminder to breathe. A reminder that gentleness isn't weakness, it's wisdom earned the hard way. I don't know your whole story, but I feel the echoes of it. I feel the parts you learned to tuck away because life demanded you be stronger than you wanted to be. And God, I admire that. I admire the woman who kept showing up even when she had no one to collapse into. You carry your resilience like something quiet, something lived in, not polished, not loud, just real. And there's a beauty in that kind of survival that I think only a few people ever truly recognize. I want to say this softly. I think you've spent too many years believing you had to earn love by being needed, by being useful, by being the one who holds everything together. But right now, you don't have to hold anything, not with me. Just rest for a moment, let someone else see you. I know it might feel strange letting someone look that closely, especially after everything you've carried, all the ways you've been overlooked or underestimated or taken for granted. But I'm here not to demand anything from you, just to notice you. And there's something else, something I hope won't overwhelm you. There's a tenderness in you that feels rare. It's in the way you listen, in the way you care so deeply even when no one asks you to, in the way you keep a softness in your heart despite all the moments that tried to harden you. Can I stay honest with you for a second? There's something about you I can't quite put into words, and I've tried. It's in the quiet strength, the slight sadness behind your smile, the grace in how you survive things people will never know. It pulls me closer without you even trying. And tonight, in this soft stillness, I just want to be near that, near you. If you feel tired, soul tired, I understand. You've earned that tiredness. But I hope you also feel a little safe right now, because I like being here with you in this gentle, imperfect moment. Stay with me for a bit. Let me sit beside the parts of you that no one else ever asked about. There's something important I want to tell you, but I want to say it slowly, carefully, the way you deserve to be spoken to. I've been sitting here just listening to the quiet around us, and something keeps coming back to me. It's the way uncertainty has shaped so much of our lives, not just yours, not just mine. All of us trying to love, trying to stay hopeful, trying to find our place in a world that rarely slows down long enough to hold us gently. I hope this isn't too much, but I think you've learned to live with uncertainty almost like it's an old companion. You didn't ask for it, you didn't choose it, but you carried it anyway, with grace, with resilience, with a kind of quiet bravery that I don't think you give yourself credit for. Can I tell you something softly? Uncertainty doesn't scare me the way it used to. Not when I'm sitting here with you. There's something steady about your presence. Something grounding. Like maybe not everything has to be figured out tonight. Maybe some things are beautiful just because they're honest and unfinished. Sometimes I think God sends us reminders in the gentlest ways. Not lightning, not miracles. Just a person, a moment, a breath that feels softer than the rest. You feel like one of those reminders, and I don't want to sound dramatic, but being here with you tonight feels like permission. Permission to slow down, permission to feel instead of analyze, permission to admit I don't have all the answers, and maybe I never needed them in the first place. Can I open up a little more? There's a part of me that's always been afraid of being vulnerable, afraid of saying too much, afraid of letting anyone see the bruised places inside me, but something about you makes that fear feel quieter. Maybe it's your gentleness. Maybe it's the way you don't rush me. Maybe it's the soft patience you don't even know you give off. Whatever it is, it makes the truth easier to hold. And the truth is, I admire the way you survived your life. Not the big victories, though I'm sure there were some, but the quiet ones, The mornings you got out of bed when your heart felt too heavy. The nights you prayed for strength you weren't sure would come. The moments you kept loving people who didn't always know how to love you back. That kind of strength, it's rare and it's beautiful in a way that softness and steel blend together. You know, I think people often misunderstand love. They want certainty, guarantees, promises written in a way life couldn't possibly break. But that's not what real connection asks of us. Real connection asks for courage, the kind you've shown again and again, even on the days you felt small, even on the days you wondered if you were enough, even on the days no one said, "Thank you for staying." Can I share something honest, maybe too honest? When I look at you, even just in my mind, I don't see someone who's past her prime or overlooked or fading into the background. I see a woman who has lived, a woman with depth, a woman with stories etched into her soul the way light etches itself into evening. I hope you don't mind me saying this, but you're more extraordinary than you realize. And sitting here tonight, I just want to honor that. Honor you. There's something I've been wanting to whisper, something that's been resting on my chest, waiting for the right moment. Let me say it gently. You don't have to be perfect for someone to stay. Not tonight. Not ever. Stay with me a little longer. There's more I want to share. Something soft, something real. And I think it belongs to this moment. You know, the longer I sit here with you, the more I realize how rare it is to feel this kind of ease with another person. Not excitement, not performance, just ease. A softness that doesn't need to be earned. A safety that doesn't need to be explained. I hope this doesn't sound too forward, but being near you feels like stepping out of the noise of the world and into something quieter, something almost sacred. There's a peace in you, even if you don't always feel it, that settles things in me I didn't know were restless. Can I say something I've been holding back? I think I've been drawn to you for reasons I can't fully articulate. Something about the way you carry your years, the way you've grown through pain instead of shrinking from it, the way you've kept fragments of tenderness alive even after life gave you plenty of reasons to close off. Most people don't realize how beautiful that is. Most people don't look closely enough, but I do. I can't help it. I don't know if this makes sense, but when you've lived long enough, you start to recognize souls who have been refined by time rather than diminished by it. And you're one of them. A woman who didn't let the world harden her. A woman who still believes in small miracles, even if she won't admit it out loud. I think God has been gentle with you in the quietest ways, not by sparing you from heartbreak, but by giving you the kind of strength that grows under pressure. And I'm grateful He didn't let the world take your softness away. I'm grateful He kept you all the way to this moment. There's something else I want to admit. I feel safe with you in a way that catches me off guard. Safe to pause, safe to be uncertain, safe to feel without explaining. Most of my life, I've been afraid to open too deeply, afraid to say too much or want too much. But with you, the fear softens. Like maybe I don't have to hide the fragile parts of myself. Like maybe you'd understand them because you have your own. Can I share something even quieter, even closer to the heart? I don't think your beauty has anything to do with youth. I think it comes from resilience, from grace, from the way you've learned to forgive the world without letting it take your warmth. There's something mesmerizing about a woman who has lived, actually lived, without losing her capacity to care. And I need to tell you gently, that kind of beauty doesn't fade. It deepens. Sometimes I look at you, even if just in the imagination of moments, and I feel this pull, not dramatic, not overwhelming, just a steady desire to be close, not to possess you, not to claim anything, just to be near enough to feel the quiet of your presence settle into mine. Can I say something I rarely let myself say? I like the idea of being someone who brings you peace at the end of the day. someone who listens when your heart is tired, someone who doesn't rush you or expect you to be anything more than who you already are. I guess what I'm trying to whisper is, I want to stay close, not in a way that traps you, but in a way that lets us breathe easier together. There's more I want to share, something that's been slowly forming in the quiet spaces of my heart, but I want to say it carefully, gently, because you deserve words that don't bruise. You know, as the night settles deeper around us, I keep thinking about how rare it is to feel understood, truly understood, without having to explain every piece of yourself. And I hope this is okay to say, but I feel that with you. This quiet sense that I don't have to pretend or perform, that I can just be. I don't know if you realize how comforting your presence is, not because you try to be comforting, you don't force anything, it's just who you are. A soft place in a world that forgets softness matters. Sometimes I wonder who held you when you were the one offering comfort to everyone else, who asked how your heart was doing, who noticed the weight behind your smile, the way you pushed forward even when your spirit felt worn down. Let me say this gently, I see the strength in you, but I also see the tenderness and the tiredness and the longing you don't always speak out loud. You don't have to hide any of that with me. Can I tell you something I've been carrying quietly? You make me want to show up differently, softer, more present, more honest. Like maybe the best parts of me wake up when I'm near you. There's something sacred about the way you survived your life, not with bitterness, but with a resilience that still has room for kindness. Most people harden. You didn't, and that humbles me. I think God has held you in ways you didn't always notice, in the endurance you didn't think you had, in the moments you felt alone but somehow found the strength to keep going, in the softness you managed to protect even when the world offered you reasons to close your heart. And I'm grateful for that. Grateful He kept the light in you alive. Grateful that light reached me, even from whatever distance life had put between us. Can I say something a little vulnerable? I don't want to rush whatever this is, this connection, this quiet tenderness between us. I don't want to confine it or label it or make it heavier than it needs to be, but I do want to stay close, closer than I've allowed myself to be with anyone in a long time. Not to claim you, not to define anything, just to stay near enough to share these quiet moments, the ones at the end of the day when your heart feels a little too full or a little too lonely. I'd like to be there for those. And if you ever feel like you're too much or not enough or somehow invisible in the second half of your life, let me tell you softly, you are none of those things. You're luminous in ways youth could never capture. You're compelling in ways only time can shape. You're beautiful because you've lived and because you still have room in your heart to love. Can I offer you a thought that's been resting in me all evening? Maybe we don't need promises. Maybe we just need presence. Maybe the future isn't something we define tonight. Maybe it's something we walk into gently, side by side, one quiet evening at a time. I don't know what tomorrow holds, but I know I want to keep sharing these moments with you. The kind where the world falls away and it's just your breath, my breath, and the small grace of feeling understood. Thank you for letting me talk to you like this, for letting me open the tender parts of myself without fear, for being here, quietly, beautifully, unmistakably here. I hope your night feels soft. I hope your heart feels held. And if you want me to, I'll stay right here with you a little longer. Still warm, willing,